we're back for Career Conversations with Nicole, and I am here at Nichols Cauley at the Kennesaw office. I'm so excited. Guys, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for coming.
Before we get started, I want you to just introduce yourselves and tell the students a little bit about Nichols Cauley.
Okay. Well, I'm Kristen. I am a tax accountant here at the Kennesaw office, and I am currently in my master's program at Georgia Southern. I'm also studying for my CPA exam, so hopefully I can start taking that soon.
I'm Cassia. I work as a tax accountant as well here in Kennesaw. Nichols Cauley is a great firm to work for. We love it. We're like a little family. I've worked here about a little over a year, and I just got my CPA license.
Awesome, congratulations. If you don't know anything about Nichols Cauley, please feel free to stop this video. Go check them out right now. They've got locations everywhere. And I would say I agree with you that most students call you guys a family. Today's topic is all about the recruitment process experience. So I think that it's valuable for you guys to hear other students' story about how they went through the recruitment process. So that's what we're going to talk about today. When did you graduate from KSU?
December 2020.
2020.
And I did fall 2019.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you got lucky that you got like pre-pandemic, right?
Yeah.
When did your recruitment process start while you were at KSU, and what was your first step?
So mine started my sophomore year, and I think my first step was me joining Alpha Psi. So that really got me into learning about firms, knowing what to do, and where to go from there.
Awesome. So did you start in Alpha Psi as a FBIS or a SAS?
I started just as a candidate.
Just as a candidate. Okay, perfect. Alpha Psi is the International Honor Society for Accounting, Finance, and Information Systems students. And if you don't meet the requirements, you can actually start in what we call FBIS, which is like the feeder into BEP. So if you don't know anything about that, check them out at ksubep.com.
I started kind of, I think, halfway through my junior year. It was a little late because I switched majors, so I started accounting junior year. So the first thing I did was try to find out more about accounting. So of course I went to Alpha Psi. The first actual recruitment thing I did was the career fair in the fall. They did like the big career fair.
Yeah.
So that was like my first taste of like actual recruiting. And I was super nervous, but when I got there, it wasn't so bad. All the recruiters are obviously very nice. They're trying to tell you about their firm, so it was a good process.
What was your prior major before you switched to accounting?
Oh, it was dance.
Oh, really?
Totally unrelated. Yeah.
I love it. That's
I
so
danced
funny.
my whole life, so then a bunch of like friends from dance school, like we all went to the KSU. They have a good dance program, but it wasn't for me, so.
Yeah, no, it totally makes sense. Tell us a little story about an event or a connection that you made through the recruitment process, because I think that helps students just get connected to what their process might look like.
Mine was different than hers, so as you said, the career fairs are intimidating, so I didn't go to career fairs.
Okay.
I just saw myself through Alpha Psi because I was so intimidated overall, like how big it was. So the little events at Alpha Psi really helped me. So I liked when we went to EY and Coke, and I think those are really cool because then you could see like in-office experiences, how the companies run their offices, and then talk to different people from each department. So I think that was like the coolest thing that I did that let me know where I should go and what I wanted to do.
She didn't go to the career fairs, but she found so much value in BAC that she was able to get a job from that experience. So I cannot tell you enough. KSUBAP.com, go check it out. The other thing she's referring to is where we went to employer visits, like firm visits to their location, and I miss those. Those are so fun.
They were
Students
really cool.
get to experience the office and like downtown Atlanta or wherever they might be located, and we hope to get back to that in the near future. Let's just cross our fingers.
I think some of my like fun recruiting events was like going to lunch with different firms. I think one time we went with a firm to the Nest in Kennesaw, and then I know the way I first got introduced to Nichols Cauley was they were at a panel meeting, and then after we had a lunch at Tin Lizzie's, and that was the first time I got to like talk to partners and some of the coworkers. Then I recognized some of the people as students that were in my classes, so then I was able to connect even more. I also did a lot of summer leaderships going into my senior year, and of course we did them all in person that year, which was it was a lot of fun because they basically, I think everyone put us up for 1 or 2 nights in a nice hotel, and they like spoiled you, and you got to do dinners and fun events, and actually be like surrounded by all of the people that actually work at the firm, so you could kind of tell if you were a good fit with the people, not just the work.
Yeah.
So that was probably my favorite, which is summer
so I
leadership.
love those too. So if you are still in this hybrid or virtual experience with the summer leadership, just try to fight through it and try to find the best connections that you can. And if you can if they do a hybrid portion where like some of it's online and some of it's actually on site or somewhere, make sure you go to the on site part. Like you said, like that's the most important. If you get invited to these like social events, you need to just take them up. Basically, that's what we said the whole time.
Yeah.
Anything you get invited to, just take the opportunity to go and do it. Second to last one, what do you wish that you would have done differently?
So mine is going to more events and putting myself out there more, not even just like to find job opportunities, but just to build my network. Because you never know who you're going to run across like working here, or who you're going to have to contact, because we reach out to other firms all the time to pull stuff
for information.
Yeah, mine's kind of the same. I did go to a lot, but I started kind of later. I switched majors, but in hindsight, if I was in accounting, I probably would have started, sophomore or sooner, just going to these little events, because it's so important just to get your face out there. The more you interact with the same firms over and over, the more they're going to recognize you and want to hire you. And so
that's so sweet. You said it perfectly. I can't add anything to that. Yes, do what she said. The last thing is just, what advice would you give the students?
I would say don't beat yourself up about things. I know when I was applying to jobs, there's so many that didn't reply back to me, or I would interview with them and it wouldn't go the way I wanted. You're going to find the place that's right for you to go to and that will want you and that you'll want to be at, so just don't beat yourself up about not getting something that you wanted.
I love that advice. That's so great. Yeah, because I feel like you will end up where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my biggest advice is to join a professional organization such as BAP. That's a really good one if you're accounting.
Yeah.
I just feel like that really dives you into accounting. You're surrounded by all your fellow gonna be coworkers eventually. Like I worked with some people that were in BAP. We weren't at the same time, but so building connections with everyone around you, getting involved. In those kind of places you do community outreach, and firms sometimes look for that when you come in. How involved are you in your community? It's kind of an expected thing as a CPA that you have some kind of community involvement. So if you start young and when you're in college, it helps you feel comfortable going into it as a working professional. And then I also wouldn't underestimate keeping in touch with different people you've met at firms. Whether or not you want to work there right now, it's always good to keep a door open and keep in touch with them. You run into them, you see them at professional events.
The part about staying in touch is going to be huge, because you never know where you're going to go. And the part about the community service, guys, I can't hone in on this enough, is that when you build out your resume, the employers want to see that you've done something other than just go to school. Like, they want to see who you are, and they want to get back to the community. So by showing them that your values meet theirs, your likelihood's just way greater. So thanks for touching on it. That was great. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time and letting me come here to the office today. This is so cool.
Yeah, thank you for coming. We enjoyed it.
Yes. Well, guys, until next time, go check out Nichols, Cauley, and we'll see you soon. Bye.